I'm gonna wait to see if anyone comes in. I just picked up my son Theo from school. I put on a short show so that I would make this short. I want to make this short because that's always my goal. So 10 minutes max. And then I hope you guys have an amazing Friday, an amazing weekend with your families. Let me know what you're doing this weekend. Pumpkin patch season is here. We have not been to a pumpkin patch yet. I've definitely gone to Trader Joe's and gotten a bunch of small pumpkins and put them everywhere, which is like the cheapest and easiest decor that you could ever put in your home for the holidays. And I love it. Hey, Paige. Okay, so I'm going to jump in so that I can keep this to about 10 minutes. I was on a Zoom call with my leaders the other day, and I said, I promise I'm going to make this 10 minutes. So tag your people and tell them it'll be 10 minutes. So I got to hold myself to it, but I'm going to start, like once I start talking about it, that's when I'm going to start talking or timing myself. Okay. So before you decide that this video is not relevant to you, I want to ask a couple questions. Okay. Has God ever placed a desire on your heart? Okay. Has God ever placed a really big dream on your heart? Our family uses the phrase God-sized dream, meaning like, I can't do this alone, but with God's help, like anything is possible. Have you ever had a dream on your heart that you've like wanted so badly, but you've never thought was possible? And if that's you, show me some hearts. Tell me, you could even speak life into what that dream or desire is and put it in the comments. So today is about the Young Living business. And I wanted to share a little bit of my story super quick. And then I want to tell you about an opportunity to join a group of ladies who are going to go through another round of what's called Moving Mountains. So our team is so incredible. You are so blessed to have signed up with this team because there are leaders way above me who have put together this beautiful program called Moving Mountains. And it's a business mentor program that's completely free to you, that walks you through how to do the Young Living business, but most importantly, like how to find yourself in this business and like, and make it about like what's going to work for you. Like this ultimately would be your business and fit into your lifestyle, which is like the beautiful part of it. So here's my story. So a lot of you know about 2.5 years ago, I got my kit, fell in love with it. Oh my gosh. Obsessed. I sold a few kits to cover like my essential rewards order, but never ever thought of doing the business. I, at the time, was a high school English teacher, loved my job. Truly, if God didn't have his way, I probably would still be in the classroom, but tell God your plans and he'll probably, I know that's like our joke as our family, because we try to like create these plans and then God creates other plans, like truly every single time. So I had no idea I'd be here in this moment working from home. But so 2 years ago I got my kit, and then fast forward a year, like the year after I got my kit, I went through a really, really hard season of my life. And I won't go into the details of that, but I will just say that I was drowning in motherhood and the responsibilities of being a mom of 2 boys, getting sick a lot from all the emotional stress, teaching full time. I was swimming in anxiety. I was lost in it. I was drowning in it. I was suffocating in it, whatever words you want to say. And the prayer of my heart every single morning when I woke up was, God, help me find myself again. Like I was swimming in it so much that I had just kind of lost who I was. So it was about May 2018. And I remember Tim and I were sitting on the couch, and he's like, Becca, I think you should do the Young Living business. And I seriously remember turning to him, laughing in his face, because first of all, May, if you're a teacher, you know, May and June are like crazy busy months. And the stress level gets a little bit higher as a teacher. And I was teaching full time, probably sick. I was so sick that year. And I'm like, Tim, but then like I stopped. I probably cried, because I cry when I try to process things. And I said, okay, because I also know that, you know, when you get married, to become one, and I know that God speaks really clearly to Tim, and God can speak through Tim to me as well. And I knew that a fervent prayer of my heart was just to find who I was again. And I felt God in that moment speaking through Tim. And so I said yes to doing the Young Living business. I had no idea what I was doing. I was in love with my oils and products, and I talked about them a ton, and that was easy for me to do, but I never saw myself as a salesperson. Everyone says that. I said it, but I first want you, as you're listening to this, to know that you do not have to be a salesperson to do the Young Living business. This is a relationship business. And I'll get more into that later, but take that lie out of your head if that has ever been a reason why you said no to this. So I said yes to the business. I created an Instagram account. I started posting on Instagram, and I think I had 5 people watching my stories consistently, and it was like my family and friends. But with consistency, I kept showing up, and an amazing prayer was answered, you guys. I started to find myself again. And the reason I found myself in the Young Living business, yes, the oils, especially this one over here, frankincense, supported my emotions so much, and this was huge. But something happened, and it was called community. And when you surround yourself around like-minded women or people who believe in their dreams and are chasing after them, and when you're around them every single day, something magical happens to yourself. You start to believe in yourself again, and you start to believe that you're worth it, that you're valuable, and that you can do this too. Like, you can create the life that God put on your heart. Oh my gosh, my computer's gonna fall. It's like on my laundry basket. Okay, if you're there, pray that it doesn't fall. This is like my business, right? I'm in my room with my laptop on my laundry basket. That could be you too. So anyways, one of the biggest ways that God answered my prayer was the community. And what I think of when I think of you, my audience, a lot of you I know because you've signed up with me. A lot of you I'm getting to know that you signed up with other leaders. Some of you are stay-at-home moms, and I know that now that I'm a stay-at-home mom, it can get really lonely. If community is something that you desire, that is something that is so available to you in the Young Living business. At this point, even though financially, yes, I can stay home and work now because of Young Living, which is amazing, but one of the bigger reasons why I show up every single day has been because of my team, who I love so much, and that calling to serve them, and that community and that family that we've created. So to me, that trumps any paycheck any day. And again, this stays true to being a relationship business. Ultimately, why did I also say yes to the business? I knew that God was trying to work on my heart, and I was open to ways that he could work on it. He did. He helped me so much through this Young Living business find myself again. It was just one way. It was one piece of the puzzle. And then I'd always known in my heart that I wanted to create a lifestyle that met the needs of my family. In our world today, with jobs, and it's not a terrible thing, but you're given a certain amount of vacation days, you're given a certain amount of time off, a certain amount of sick days. For me, that was okay until I had kids. I felt like I was put into this box and that I couldn't thrive in the way that I wanted to as a mom. And I really didn't like having to make the decision some days to have to go to school and work and have Tim stay home with one of the kids when my heart wanted to stay home and nurture our sick baby. That was really hard for me. That's not everyone, and that's okay. A lot of women who are pursuing the Young Living business, they don't homeschool their kids. They love sending them to school, getting them involved. My heart really wanted to be home with our kids when they're young. This business creates the lifestyle that fits the needs of your family, which has been amazing for me already. And then a lot of you know, if you've been following my family story, another reason why I said yes to this business was the potential that God could work in the financial freedom that is available to you in a multi-marketing kind of system. And there's a lot of taboos on that I don't want to get into, but just know it's probably not what you think. Again, relationship business, but I'm happy to answer those questions. But there is a huge potential for financial freedom. Obviously, I'm a testament right now that Tim said you need to make X amount to be able to stay home next year if you want that option, and I did it. And it took a lot of hard work, and I'll talk about that in a second. But financial freedom was something that I knew that we needed to chase our dream, our God-sized dream of owning a Christmas tree farm. And if you want to know more about our Christmas tree farm dream, Facebook or Instagram, it's called Yahweh Tree Farm, and you can look that up. But we have a dream to start a nonprofit organization, and the kind of home base as a Christmas tree farm, which is so dang cool, right? And it was a clear vision and desire of Tim and I's heart that God put on our heart, and we worked so hard to get there up until this point. And the lighting's really bad, but I'm wearing our Yahweh logo. See, Yahweh Tree Farm. This is when like our business license came out. It was in 2008, 18. Okay, my kids might be running upstairs. If they come in, it's okay. They'll come say hi. So I couldn't close the door to God on this one and say, no, we'll figure out how to make money to have a Christmas tree farm. And we've done other things as well. Like we flipped a home, we built a home, like all these things that God's laid out. But also I knew that like I wouldn't be teaching forever to have this dream, and that I would have to be working from home eventually. And I saw that with Young Living and that potential. So that year that I worked really hard, I was teaching. So last year that I did the business, I taught part-time. I taught 0.6 as a high school English teacher. I decided to go back part-time that year after a really tough year to just like help myself heal emotionally, mentally, physically, and I'm so glad I did that. But I used that opportunity to also chase after this Young Living dream and create that freedom financially and lifestyle-wise, so that I could be home with our kids, maybe grow a family. Like it's a huge part of our desire of our heart to have a bigger family. And we made it work. I will say it took a lot of hard work, but Tim and I committed to like, whenever it got super stressful, we decided to create boundaries, and we did have to have those conversations. But we always made it fun. Like it created this beautiful opportunity that when we felt weak, we knew that God was strong, and we totally relied on God and what he was calling us to do that year. And there's something about like when you're called to something and you're trying something new, that there's just natural like energy that you have anyways. God gives it to you. He provides. We have so many amazing women on our business team who are all working full-time, mamas who are doing this on the side. And it is so beautiful to watch them chase after their dreams. And I just want to ask you this too. I feel like we're really good at sprinting after dreams, but maybe not training for a marathon. And when I say that is, think about if you were to stick to anything consistently for 5 years. And this was inspired by a sermon I listened to by a pastor named Levi Lesko. But he said, if you stuck to anything consistently for 5 years, what would that look like at the end of 5 years? And I have someone on our team who said, I'm going to give this a shot for 5 years. I'm going to consistently show up. And if at the end of 5 years, like I don't see anything coming from it, then I'm going to be done. But sometimes we don't give God enough time to work in our dreams because we give up too soon. He is always working in the waiting, and truly even now to this day when I don't understand, like, you know, sometimes the slow seasons of the business, I know that God is working even though I might not be able to see it. And we call that faith, right? Okay. That's my story, you guys. It's been 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna make this a 15-minute video. I got this. So what is Moving Mountains? How can you get involved? How can you become a part of, you don't have to be part of our leadership team, but you can be part of our business team. The first step is doing this program called Moving Mountains. And I, or a leader on our team, will send you this workbook that goes with it. It's an 18-day program. We are starting it on October 13th. So that gives me enough time to connect with you, answer questions, mail you a workbook if you want that. And I also mail you guys this, a Be the Light shirt, so you can wear. And then we always talk about like what oils would be good to like motivate you as you're doing this. We usually take weekends off, so it lasts usually longer than 18 days. I love the smell of new books. Anyone else? So it's a beautiful mentor program that really covers a variety of topics, like the very basics of how to do this, but also like how to build a personal brand, how to know yourself and know your team so that you can show up in the right way. But there's a lot of personal growth in here. Everything you need to set yourself up for success. If you ever wonder like how our Instagram looks so pretty, it'll show you how to do that. All the things. And then we will create a Facebook group where we all will be a part of. And I will make a post every day. Sometimes I'll show up and do videos in there. We can comment, interact, answer questions. And then we celebrate at the end when we're done. So what does it look like during those 18 days? I kind of just told you that. I'm looking at my notes right now. The end of those, or during those 18 days, again, we just show up in our Facebook group, comment. It will be more valuable to you if you get involved and interact with the people who are doing it with you and ask questions and leave like your feedbacks or your takeaways or things like that. But you could also just be a fly on the wall and just watch. It's what you want to do, because again, ultimately, if you decide to do this, it's your business and you can do your business however you want. If you don't want to be on Instagram as much as I am, that's fine. It's your business. You might grow your business differently. And that's like the vision that God places on your heart. I don't ever want to force a vision on you. I will help answer questions, but this is between you and God and your family and how to make it work for your family. Okay? So you don't have to be on Instagram every day. I think it's a really amazing platform and an easy platform to connect into our network market, but it doesn't have to be how you grow your business. I will answer all those questions in Moving Mountains, I promise. And then what happens when you finish Moving Mountains? You join our Be the Light Oils business group. We have a Facebook group where we have constant support. You will definitely be checking the Refinery Facebook group a lot more, joining their Instagram. We also have a messenger group. You guys, we pray for each other. We cheer each other on. It is such a beautiful community. And that's why I was speaking to like the stay-at-home moms. If you're kind of lonely right now, this will like get rid of the loneliness. I don't really feel that lonely. I miss my husband a lot when he works a lot, but it's not the same kind of lonely. Like I don't miss, like I feel like I have so many friendships. I'm like my cup is overflowing because of this business. So we have a messenger group, we answer questions constantly, and then a Facebook group where we do kind of bigger things in there, like monthly challenges, prayer requests, fun graphics, cheering each other on when someone ranks up. We welcome people in there, all sorts of things. And then you would also be invited to, and you would have to decide this kind of soon because I'm planning it right now, but a retreat in January. So my hope is to do an annual retreat where we can actually meet in person and plan the year and chase our dreams and kind of give our business to God and just pray over each other as we move forward into the new year. So that's happening in January with a group of us. And that's kind of the things you can look forward to. We would connect at things like Young Living Convention, things like Diamond Bound Conference. There's so many opportunities to do things in person as well. So many cool things, like when you hit silver, Young Living sends you on this retreat with you and your family. You get to visit the farms and stay in a hotel and just get spoiled. There's so many beautiful things that Young Living does to also feed into you and to bless you during this journey, because they also know that it does take hard work. It takes consistency. It does take some seasons of hustle, not every day. Again, you create your schedule to fit your family. But I also don't want to lie and say like, this is super easy. Like all you have to do is do stories on Instagram. No, you got to, if you want to get paid like a job, you got to treat it like a job. So if that rang true to you, let me know in the comments. Reach out to the person who enrolled you about getting one of these Moving Mountains books. And if they don't have one, reach out to me, and you can just do that in the comments. You can find me on Instagram, Messenger. There's easy ways to find us, right? I'll mail this to you, and then I'll talk about the next steps of getting started. And again, the hope is October 13th. So I would love to end by just asking the same two questions. And if you feel brave, you should feel brave because this is a safe place. Never want to force you guys though. In the comments, answer these questions. So what are the desires of your heart? What desires has God placed on your heart? For example, mine is to stay home with my kids when they're young. Thank you, Jesus. He's doing that for me. What is a God-sized dream? And it doesn't have to be a Christmas tree farm. Maybe your God-sized dream is to stay home because you're like, there's no way that just my husband's income can like cover me being able to stay home and be a stay-at-home mom. Like that's a God-sized dream. But God is bigger than money. Dream due to poor wireless connection. I hope you guys can listen. I'm going to keep talking just in case. But because of a dream that is big, don't ever give up on it. God is bigger than any dream. He can do anything. Okay. Due to poor, consider moving to a fine. I think I might end that. I don't know if it's coming back on. I can dance for you. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you. I don't know if it's recording. I'm going to go because I'm way over my time limit. So I'm going to say peace. Jesus loves you. I hope it caught the end of that. But leave a comment if you want to do this. Chase your dreams with us. It's so much fun. All right. Love you guys. Bye.